So as a mother, if I love myself, if I love my children, then I must love them enough to rest when I should. Because I know that if I break down, my children will not be well taken care of for that period. Or, God forbid, if anything happens to me, what will happen to my children? Hi, hello, and welcome to this week's edition of 360-Degree Woman Conversation. How have you been since the last time we spoke or chatted? Today we're going to be talking about something very interesting, and I decided to talk about it because I belong to this group, of women in my church. And a few weeks ago, we talked about the difference between self-love and selfishness. And I would really like to talk more about it and hear what you think. I would really want to hear what you think, because I feel like many people have differing opinion, and it would be a good idea to share what you think is the difference between self-love and selfishness. So I'll start with what self-love is not. Self-love is not eating the 10th helping of a cheesecake or any cake at all because you cannot come and go and die. That's not self-love. Self-love is not lazing about doing nothing all day consistently. Self-love is not telling yourself the truth when you need to tell yourself the truth. You're not practicing self-love by shielding yourself from difficult things. That's not self-love. Self-love is not minimizing what you can do or what you are capable of doing because you don't want to do too much. And self-love is definitely not making a choice that will definitely put other people in jeopardy just because I want to love myself. So what is self-love? I will take my bearing from what the Bible says. So Mark 12:30-31, yes. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your might, and with all your strength, and with your soul, everything. And then love your neighbor as yourself. On these two laws lie the law and the prophets. Okay? So this summarizes everything about what you should do. That's what Christ was saying, basically. And the other one is what I'm interested in, because the reason you're watching this video is because you love God enough to want to know more about, how to become a good woman, right? A 360-degree woman. So that's not what I'm talking about here. What we're talking about here is loving your neighbor as yourself. This means that for you to love somebody else, you have to love yourself. So as a mother, if I love myself, if I love my children, then I must love them enough to rest when I should. Because I know that if I break down, my children will not be well taken care of for that period. Or, God forbid, if anything happens to me, what will happen to my children? Do you get the drift? Yes. I love myself enough to put in the work in my place of work, to do what I have to do and balance myself. I love myself enough to show leadership. I want to teach my children the new definition of motherhood is mentorship. It's being a matriarch. It's being someone that shows them how it should be done. I have only boys, right? And I intend to teach them what womanhood is and is not. So I love myself enough to love them. Love them in a way that shows them what it should be. So when I work hard, when I invest in learning new things, when I invest in putting in the work to be the best woman I can be, when I exercise at home, I am loving myself. Okay? When I say to myself, I'm going to cut down on fizzy drink or remove it from my diet and replace it with water instead. When I tell myself I am going to pay attention to my spiritual growth, when I tell myself I'm going to pay attention to my personal development, to my financial well-being, saving and investment, I'm loving myself, no matter how hard it is. So instead of buying that next pair of Ashrebi, I can use that money and invest in my financial well-being. Just invest in becoming wealthier, something I can leave for my children. That is self-love. Self-love is also showing yourself compassion. You know you've worked hard. It's okay to rest. It's okay to not be everywhere. It's okay to choose to direct your focus. And like my mentor would say, be laser focused and be brutal with your attention. It's okay to decide to leave that WhatsApp group. It's okay. Oh, that's self-love. Self-love is choosing who to listen to. If there are people that listening to them unseats you, why are you still following them on Instagram? That is self-love. Choosing yourself, choosing your well-being, choosing the things that make you you. That is self-love. Selfishness, on the other hand, is when it is about me, my time, my money, my interests. When you're correcting your child and it is about how they make you look. Come on. That is selfishness. Do you know how bad you make me look? Is it about you, mommy? It's not about you. It's about them. You've never thought about it this way, right? Selfishness is about you correcting your child because of how they make you look. It's about you shushing your child in public when they're just trying to express themselves because they make you look like you did not train them. I'm sorry for laughing, but that's the truth. So selfishness is when you think about what should be done between you and your husband in the context of what interests you only. That is selfishness. Selfishness is when you get to your place of work and instead of you to focus your attention on the work for which you are paid, you're doing things to the detriment of your work. You're doing other things. That is selfishness. So, while self-love might be expanding your horizon, trying to do other things that you have to do, trying to make ends meet, trying to expand your reach, selfishness could be doing that at the detriment of the people who pay you money to work for them on their time. Where I work round the clock. There is no time nobody can call me. But I know that Mondays to Fridays, except if it's a public holiday, is for my work. And I put in the work when it is time to work. So the difference between self-love and selfishness lies in your intent, in your motivation, and in your intentions. If you're ever in doubt, check your motivations. Thank you for watching, and I would like to hear your thoughts about self-love and selfishness. Bye for now.